Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here is your daily technical analysis of Brent crude oil and spot gold.
ICE Brent crude oil futures. An indecisive spinning top yesterday with a long tongue on top, but it could also be seen as a bearish harami. This after the previous session's immediate countering key reversal up and bullish closing white mirror bozo. The earlier move higher was a significant one with the highest high since February. The action basing itself on the mauve medium moving average currently at 74.32 but running up into the overhead resistance provided by the important bright red neckline currently at 75.17 of the big picture actions seen since early September last year of the September to November 2024 head and shoulders continuation pattern, which along with the peak in January can also be seen as a possible, if lopsided, bearish cat's ears pattern. The market tested this resistance and decided not to push up through it, instead turning lower and finishing amongst the resistances that had been breached but seemingly have started to reassert themselves as resistances of the mauve flatlining medium moving average, currently 74.32, and importantly the combination of the dark blue upper time, currently at 74.43, of the showrunner for this market since last summer, the broken, now repaired, now once again breached April to July 2024 bearish shift pitchfork. This upper time is also melded in since late February with the declining short medium moving average currently at 74.25. Now going back to the bearish cat's ears pattern for a moment, this significant bearish pattern gives a target X1 down in the 64 even zone. Personally, I had thought this might be a bit of a stretch, but until the last couple of weeks or so it still showed up as a possibility, and I'll leave it there for the moment. Further down we have the 50% absolute Fibonacci line at 73.73 and the May 2019 high at 73.38, plus a congestion zone between 71.29 to 72.29, consisting of highs and lows from 2019, 2020 and 2023. Now so far today, a further move lower. Below the dark blue upper time, the short medium moving average and the medium moving average, the mauve medium moving average, but not as yet willing, it seems, to test the 50% absolute Fibonacci line below at 73.73, or even to where we're going to settle. Spot gold. A reactionary bearish dark cloud cover pattern yesterday after the previous session's third bullish white soldier. However, this was not done without a long tongue on the top of the action, reaching a new high at 31.4888, which is close enough to target X in the 31.50 area for me to call it reached. Overall prices continue to move up nicely within the dark blue early January to late February bullish Andrews pitchfork, which has shown the bullish angle of attack of this market since late February. We're in between the middle time below, currently at 30.84, and the upper time above, currently at 31.62. As I've said throughout the last 3 weeks when looking at the recent action, I saw a pattern here of an early January to date bullish halfway hesitation with potential up as far as target X in the 31.50 area. As I said earlier, we have reached this target area yesterday. Interestingly, though we have moved higher yesterday, we were still capped on a closing basis by the overhead 50% projected Fibonacci line at 31.26. However, as I've said previously many times, I also noted a smaller bullish halfway hesitation formed over March, which has an even higher target X1 up in the 32.31 area. Now so far today, a counter-reactionary move higher today over the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 31.26 and towards the all-time high once more.
Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and at the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.